All right, so Saturday night at the Sphere, we saw the one and only light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira, was there. He was in town, he was attending, and he was with Johnny Bones Jones, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. And of course, we've heard all the talk about Pereira becoming a three-weight champion. We've heard the talk about, by the way, Pereira going down and going after Dvalishvili. He said that Dvalishvili is a scared clown.
Shows that he's scared, you know what I mean? So like, instead of him to just say, look, UFC, let's make me and Pereira fight. So, clown.
Dvalishvili came back and was like, how dare you? I'm already fighting Strickland. Anyway, never mind that. Jones and Pereira, they were stood next to each other. They're about the same size. I'd love to see them fight. I'd love to see John Jones, if he beats Stipe, fight Tom Aspinall, fight Pereira, fight anybody. But he confirmed Saturday night, once again, that this is probably going to be the last fight against Stipe Miocic.
And how you feeling? You look in shape? You ready for November?
I feel great, yeah. I feel really, really good. I'm about 250 pounds lean and strong.
Is this your retirement fight in November, or no, you got more?
It's going to be the last time.
It's going to be the last time?
It's going to be the last time.
Hey, you're a legend. Hey, thank you.
More than likely.
It was an honor. You're like,
oh, my pleasure. Yeah.
Or he's playing a master stroke of negotiation here and trying to get more money out of the UFC. One way or another, we don't know. Remains to be seen. Jones he's not too forthcoming with the truth. You know what I mean? He's a tricky one to figure out. Anyway, he plays his cards close to his chest. Fair play to him for that. Anyway, Pereira and Jones, looks like these guys are going to link up. Looks like these guys are going to exchange skills. And I'll tell you what, this is the perfect training partner for either man.
Hey, brother.
Here's what Pereira said. He said, we're both going to be sat in the front row next to each other. We've been talking already about training together for a long time, but I think it's going to happen now. I'll be training with him because his fight's coming up in November. Every time I leave a fight, it takes a week or two sometimes for me to recover from small injuries. I think I'll have enough time to go over them, talking about going to train with Jones. I want to get his experience. Sometimes people say that he's going to fight one time, one or twice more. I don't know if I'll be able to share the cage with him, but at least I want to get the experience of training with him. And that just shows that Pereira is a smart guy. Because look at these two here. John Jones, Alex Pereira, they could benefit so much from training with one another. Alex Pereira is one of the best strikers that the sport's ever seen, okay? A knockout artist, ridiculous power. John Jones is known for his fight IQ, his well-roundedness, his takedown ability, and of course for defending the light heavyweight strap about 1 million times, okay? But one thing he's not known for is knocking people out. He's not known for having devastating punching power, kicking power, kneeing power. He's known for having meticulous game plans and then executing perfectly. Maybe training with Alex Pereira, he can show him a few tips, a few little tricks. He can show him how to generate more power. Maybe show him what he's doing wrong. Because yes, granted, knockout power, a lot of the time it is God-given, okay? You're just born that way. Some people pack a punch and others can train their entire life and not have that ability. But training with someone like Alex Pereira, a man that did it in the UFC and has done it many times in kickboxing, you can certainly pick up tips and tricks and little things on nuances and how to generate, how to twist your hips, how to turn your hand when you punch. Just that, for example, boom, throwing a jab like that. If you turn it, if you rotate it, it helps generate more power. Just little things like that. I'm sure Jones knows that, by the way. That's not exactly a secret. But what I'm saying is Pereira's going to know all kinds of stuff. And how can John Jones help Alex Pereira? Well, we all know the wrestling isn't the best. Of course, he's a Glover Teixeira protege, okay, who will be teaching him grappling and jiu-jitsu and takedown defense and takedowns of his own all the time. The grappling of Pereira will be far, far, far more improved than the last time we saw it, when he went up against Israel Adesanya. Didn't look too clever there, but that was a long time ago. It will be better now. But tell me you're not going to learn something by going with John Jones and immersing yourself into a training camp with him. How to take downs, how to set them up, how to finish them, how to defend them, okay? There's so many ways and tips and tricks of defending takedowns. I learned a lot over the years, and I can't wait to share them one day when I do start coaching people. But it's not as obvious and simple as what you would think. It takes hours and hours and hours and years and years and years of hard work just to acquire the skills and also to learn the skills. It's drilling, simple as that. 10,000 hours if you want to be an expert at anything. And training with John Jones, this man is just going to get better and better and better. Now, John Jones says if he beats Stipe, that's probably it. Now, he is going to face a lot of backlash. He's going to get tons of abuse. He's going to have a lot of people saying, oh, you're ducking Tommy Aspinall. And certainly, in the short term, it would look like that. And I, as a fan and as a friend of Tom Aspinall, want to see them two fight. You know it, I know it, we all want to see it, okay? But if he walked away from the sport, because he said many times, there's always going to be someone bigger, better, stronger, younger that comes up through the ranks. It's not John Jones's responsibility or obligation to stick around long enough and keep beating people until somebody comes along. It's really not. However, this is a unique situation. There's an interim champion, we all know the situation, and he's defending it. For Jones to really retire, the undisputed champion, and to not receive the backlash, the fact that he's talking about retirement, is it madness?
Madness. This is Sparta!
Or is he just playing a great negotiating game? Is he just messing with Tom Aspinall? Because Tom Aspinall is talking a lot more shit these days, a lot more shit. He's trying to get that fight. He's trying to get John emotional. He's poking at his record. He's bringing up the failed tests. He's doing everything he can. He's saying everything he can to get at John, to piss him off. And when you piss somebody off, what do you want to do? You want to punch them in the face. You want to embarrass them. You want to put them in their place.
I'm ready to go. If I need to, I'll fight both of them the same night, no problem. Give me my undisputed title. Because in my opinion, there should not be two champions in one weight division. I think that is silly.
So maybe Jones is just trying to ignore all of that and be the bigger man, right? I'm not sure how he's feeling this morning. He was out with Ryan Garcia Saturday night. They looked like they'd had an absolute skinful. He promised Dana White he wasn't going to be going crazy, but you know, listen, it's Vegas and it's the last day of training camp for John Jones. He's got about 2 months till he steps in the octagon. 2 months? You're in Vegas. You're at the Sphere. Go out with a bang. The last one is always the biggest one, the worst one, the best one, the nastiest goddamn hangover come Monday morning. Still, the man's entitled to enjoy himself as long as he keeps it on the straight and narrow and doesn't find himself on the front page of TMZ, which of course he hasn't. He hasn't. We would have heard about it by now. John Jones is a really famous guy. And you know the bloody vultures are out there. They're following him around. Him and Ryan Garcia. Crazy Ryan Garcia, by the way. They're following them around, you know, with a little camera, with an iPhone. Where's John going next? Let's follow him. We'll get some pictures. We'll sell it to the media or whatever. There's dickheads like that out there. That's just the way the world is these days, sadly. Anyway, what do you think about all of that? But also, Dricus du Plessis and Alex Pereira. I said my thoughts on this a while ago. I don't want to see Pereira go down to 185. He's got no business being down there. Certainly when you see him against John Jones, he's about the same size. He's gigantic. We've been over this a lot of times before, so I won't stay on it too long. But going down to 185 and calling Dricus du Plessis a scared clown, of course, Dricus is going to respond. If they are going to see that fight, I would like to see Dricus go up to 205. Go up to 205, try and become a double champ. After you've beaten Sean Strickland and after you've defended the belt one more time, maybe against a Robert Whittaker or a Hamza or whatever. Clear out the top contenders and then fill your boots. Go and get Alex Pereira. Go and see how it is. See if Hard Knocks or Still Knocks can knock it in the 205 division. But of course, Pereira's going to take on Magomed Ankalaev. Anyway, I am waffling on. I got to get to the airport. I'm commentating the Contender Series tomorrow. No man alive should leave it this late before he gets to the airport. I always cut it fine, but now I've got to go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and ring the bell. See you soon.